XenonSupply.com. Today we have a 1992 Honda Civic Hatchback that we'll be doing a Bi-Xenon HID installation on. Let's pop the hood and get this one started. Here are the tools you'll need to do the installation. First you'll need the H4 Bi-Xenon kit available on XenonSupply.com. This is the 6000K. It comes with the wiring harness, the H4 Bi-Xenon bulbs, and the standard ballast. The tools you'll need are the 8 zip ties included in the kit to secure the ballast, some needle nose pliers, a 10mm socket and socket wrench, and some wire cutters. The first thing you need to do before performing any installation on your vehicle is to remove the negative terminal. Take your 10mm socket wrench, loosen the bolt here, give it a tap. Should come loose. Now what I like to do is take some painter's tape and cover the terminal just so it doesn't connect while you're working on the vehicle. Now to remove the halogen headlights, you need to remove this air intake that's resting here. Pull up gently and it should come out. Now the H4 bulbs come out pretty easily. You have to take off this rubber shroud and remove the clip. We've already removed the halogen bulb, so I can't show you, but this is the connector for it. There are tabs on each side that you push down on, and you should be able to pull and release. Now, the Bi-Xenon wiring harness needs to be connected to the positive terminal on the battery here, as well as grounded to the chassis. I'm going to show you those locations later. The passenger side is going to actually connect to your H4 harness from your the factory stock harness, as well as the 2 connections from the ballast, as well as the Bi-Xenon signal wire. The second set of cables runs across to the driver's side with the signal wire for the Bi-Xenon headlights and the ballast. This side does not need an H4 harness because the signal is coming from this side. Okay, for the Bi-Xenon harness, you're going to be connecting your positive terminal to the battery here, this connector, and the negative terminal to the chassis right here. Take the 10mm socket, loosen this bolt, we'll tighten that one up later. Okay, we have our positive and negative wires hooked up here. They're secure, they're not going anywhere. I've started routing the cables. The short set of wires is going to the passenger side here, and the driver's side wiring comes over the top and around over here. Now that the wires are in the areas they need to be, we can get the ballast mounted. To mount the ballast to the chassis, we're going to be needing the mounting brackets. To install them, take the long side, place it underneath, and use the small U-shaped clip here to get it in place. Now this does come with nuts and bolts secured on the other side. You will need a Phillips head screwdriver just to tighten this one up. Once those are secure, I've already done both, we'll go ahead and get these mounted. As you can see on the passenger side, we have mounted the ballast to the wiring harness running along the chassis and used the supplied zip ties to secure it in place. It's not really going anywhere. Make sure you clip your ends. And you can then attach the power cable for the ballast from the harness. Make sure it snaps into place. You have a secure fit. Make sure it's not going anywhere. On the driver's side, we've mounted the ballast again to a wiring harness that runs along the chassis and use the supplied zip ties to make sure it stays snug. You can now take the wire that goes to the ballast from the harness and connect it in. Make sure it snaps over the top, pull on it, make sure it doesn't come loose. We're going to now put the H4 Bi-Xenon bulb into the passenger side here. It should be pretty simple to install. Just make sure the retaining clip is out. Insert the bulb. Clip it in place. Now that it's in and secure, you can take your rubber shroud, put it back over, connect all your wiring back. This small signal wire connects to the harness here. You may want to electrical tape this connection once you're done plugging it in. And the H4 harness here connects to the factory harness right here. And that is the passenger side. The driver's side bulb installation is the same as the passenger side. Just go ahead, open the clip, insert the bulb, clip it in place. Make sure it's secure. Make sure this goes on before you make your connections. Signal wire goes to the harness here. Make sure you electrical tape this one as well as the connections to the ballast. Like I said before, there is no connection required here for the factory harness. You can actually electrical tape this and make it so water doesn't get inside. And that should be it. Let's go ahead and test our lights. Let's test these lights. Low beam, high beam. So, the Bi-Xenon kit appears to be working pretty well. What we've gone and done is clean up our wiring here. We've reconnected our negative terminal, used the included zip ties to just tidy it up, bring it around, as well as over the top of the engine bay and coming down. We've also reattached the air intake that we removed at the beginning of the installation, and that should be it. Thanks for watching.